Today on GrowthShares, let's analyze and see whether Amazon.com is a great long-term investment. Amazon.com is an American multinational technology company which focuses on e-commerce, cloud computing, digital streaming, and artificial intelligence. Amazon has earned a reputation as a disruptor of well-established industries through technological innovations and mass scale. It is one of the big 5 American technology companies alongside Alphabet, Apple, Meta, and Microsoft.
I've divided this analysis into 3 major factors: business, investment, and valuation. Each factor is then divided into 14 smaller metrics. Each of the 3 factors and their 14 metrics are given different weight, together adding to 100% of the analysis. They'll be graded on a scale from 0 to 10, with 0 being the worst and 10 being the best. When the analysis is complete, I'll give a final score. My analysis takes a long-term view of the company. That means years. Let's first look at the business. Everything starts with what the company actually does. It's more than just numbers on a spreadsheet. That's why 45% of the analysis depends on the business. Something that makes $1 billion a year might sound nice, but how is it using its resources to make that billion? Fortunately, that can be quantified. There are 8 metrics that I use to measure the business, and we'll dive into them right now. How much is the company growing?
Amazon has a growth rate of 119.53%,
which means a score of 10. Is the company using its resources effectively?
Amazon has margins of 16.9%,
which means a score of 6. Is the company operating efficiently?
Amazon has operations at 19.8,
which means a score of 0. How is the company using its invested capital?
Amazon has returns of 10.6%,
giving us a score of 5. How much debt does the company use?
Amazon has a utilization of 0.7,
giving us a score of 5. Does the company pay out a dividend?
Amazon does not pay out a dividend,
which means a score of 0. Does the company have good governance?
Amazon has an ESG risk rating of 30.2,
giving us a score of 3. How close is the company to a monopoly?
Amazon has primary market dominance,
which means a score of 10.
When we add up all 8 business metrics together, we get a score of 4.83.
Next, let's look at the investment. This factor looks at the company solely as an investment, as if rendering the company down to just ticker symbols on the screen. That's why 22% of the analysis depends on its investment score. How are others seeing the company from a trader and analyst point of view? What are the numbers telling us when it comes to this? There are 5 metrics that I use to measure the investments, and we'll dive into them right now. How well has the company's stock performed?
Amazon has a performance ratio of negative 3.3,
which means a score of 0. How do traders see the company?
Amazon has a range of negative 31.25%,
which means a score of 0. Are investors betting against the stock?
Amazon has a short interest of 21.7%,
which means a score of 0. What do other analysts think of the company?
Amazon has a buy recommendation of 91%,
which gives us a score of 9. Do big firms own the company?
Amazon has an ownership of 60.7%,
giving us a score of 7.
When we add up all 5 investment metrics together, we get a score of 3.73.
Finally, let's look at the valuation. Valuation is simple. It takes everything we've talked about and puts into a single number, the price at which we would be willing to buy the company's stock. That's why 33% of the analysis depends on its fair value price. At what price is the company worth pursuing? There's only one metric that I use to measure the valuation, and we'll dive into it right now. What is the most you should pay for the company?
Amazon has a fair value price of $106.21 per share, which I consider to be fairly valued,
giving us a score of 5. As a refresher, here are all 14 metric scores. Finally, we'll add the 3 factors together to get the final score.
Based on my complete analysis of Amazon.com, I give a final score of 4.64, which makes it an average long-term investment.
So you've made it this far. Shoot me an email. I'd love to get in touch with you and talk more. If you want to see me analyze more companies, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with other investors. And as always, take care of your money.